My name is Wes Rodriguez.
And I'm Marin Flores.
And you are listening to Sink or Swim with Wes and M. Can you guys hear that? I'm sure you can hear that. Hear that bass?
That is the soothing sound of Tejano music.
That is the Toronto music. That's what Marin's calling it.
There's a whole culture to this music. Although I don't understand why, but it's there.
Just between you guys and me, I don't know what he's talking about. I've heard it called ranchero music, or just, let's be general, it's Mexican music. And is it? I guess it can be racist if you are of a culture and you dislike attributes of that culture.
I love it.
I guess you don't have to be of another race to be called racist.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of how you say Mexican music. Is that what they call it? Tejano? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it either. So
if they would differentiate the music, I wouldn't be so inclined to generalize. But it all sounds the fucking same.
It does sound the same.
It all does. But it all has a fucking tuba with the same like 4 beats. You know, maybe going upscale and then downscale.
But in that sense, too, a lot of people listen to, like I listen to hip-hop, and for me personally, it all sounds the same. And I've got people who they go, man, how can you listen to heavy metal? It all sounds the same. You know, if you like something, you like it. You know, unfortunately, for us, today, on this very day, the music that we're listening to, we just don't happen to like. To summarize.
And why does something that you dislike have to impact your brain so intensely?
Well, it's kind of like, you know...
I don't get that. I guess that's just how the human nature is.
Right. Yeah,
let's not appreciate the things that we like and admire and love. Let's focus on the negative aspects that fucking drive us crazy.
Moving on.
So, is your son still wearing his favorite shirt?
Yeah.
He is.
I believe he is. He's into this whole skinny jeans now, and which I personally don't like. But you know, that's his thing. If that's his thing, then you know. When I was a kid, I liked 501 jeans, and the Levi Strauss was the big ones back then. And back then, you could get a pair for like $25. You know, and these days, seeing that it's been like 30 years later. And to get a pair of jeans for $20, you can wear all the fucking skinny jeans you want. I don't give a fuck, you know? If that's your thing. And as long as it doesn't impact his ability to do his work, then I don't have a problem with it. You know, I really don't.
Well, thank God his work isn't like running a relay race or having to do any kind of speedy running from one point to another.
But
and hopefully he keeps his belt above his waist.
Oh, that's not even an option. That's not even an option. He's actually showering every morning before he goes to school now.
I don't know. Do you have the bar set low? Is that what it is?
Well, no, like
isn't that part of like being a hygienic human being?
Well, no, but it's you know when the kids are younger, you know they don't want to shower every day, and they give you that look when they or whatever, you know. He's just at that age where he just like that's part of his repertoire when he gets up in the morning. You know, he gets up, he showers, and he's out the door. You know, and he's got to look fresh. You know, and so anyway,
as close as he can get to Justin Bieber.
He's got that look going again.
I love how they're afraid to admit that they're mirroring that look, because that's what the girls love. They love them some Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
But it's uncool for a guy to look like Justin Bieber.
Well, the big winners this week on the MTV Awards were One Direction, I think is the name of them. I actually watched that show. It was really good. Rihanna put on a good show. Pink put on a good show. Other than that, it was, you know, the bands were okay. But there was a Kevin Hart. Which you know who Kevin Hart is. He's a famous comedian. He did a really good job at hosting that show. So it was really, really good. The MTV Music Awards. Pink really did a good job on that show, really. So, of course, you got all that information this morning when my niece and my daughter came up to you and were asking you 10,000 questions. Did you watch this? Did you watch this? Oh, it's a shame One Republic goes up there. It's like, you're like, oh my God, I'm getting information I don't need. Oh no, that wasn't you. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't Marin.
That was Romeo. I'm sorry.
But I was about to yes and with you.
That was Romeo. He was looking at me like, dude, save me, please, save me.
That's funny. Well, anyhow, your son's shirt reminded me of when I was a kid, and my favorite shirt, I would do the same thing, actually. Couldn't wait for every opportunity to put it on. I still even do that once in a while. I have my favorite shirt, and I pull it out for special occasions. I'll break it out for like every 6 or 7 months when I have a date or something. So nobody knows it's my favorite shirt because they only see it like twice a year or something during special occasions. And when you limit your life to very rare and singular special occasions, nobody knows, you know, the things that you're burning out in your own mind. However, one day I was staying after school, and I think I was in 4th grade or 5th grade, and I had lost that favorite shirt. I don't know how I did. I think it might have been really hot, and it was like one of them long sleeve overshirts. I remember seeing a box of lost and found clothing out on the schoolyard, and a sleeve was hanging over the edge, and I noticed it, and it caught my attention. I went and checked it out, and there, lo and behold, is my missing favorite shirt. So I very excitedly put it on, only to have someone point out to me and embarrass me to my core about the giant shit stain on the back. Somebody, probably a homeless person, had seen it in the yard and used it to defecate and, you know, clean their ass with, and that was very crushing. Somebody did not appreciate and did not see that this was a very fine quality shirt and could be very near and dear to a child's heart. I quickly covered it up with, no, I was in a brownie fight earlier. Like, even at a young age, I had a very quick and sharp wit. But seeing Bryce walking around and wearing his favorite shirt brought me back to my childhood. And okay, well, I was watching through YouTube looking for some material for the show, and I came across Noah Kalina, and I pointed that out to Marin, and I sat him down to watch it. What were your thoughts on that little YouTube video, Marin?
You know, I had mixed emotions on that, actually. There was a part of me that was admired by it, like somebody who actually, that's dedication to a project, man, to do that for like 12 years. And then there was another part of me that was like, okay, I get it after 2 minutes. What the fuck do I need another 5 minutes of this for?
Right. I know. What a narcissist to think that. Well, describe the video. Well, no, let me describe it. It's 4,000 photographs. A man has taken pictures.
4,015 photographs.
4,500 or something like that. Anyhow, it's a picture every day of this man's life from
every fucking day.
19 to 33 years old.
Yeah, or 31.
So 12.5 years of photographs.
As you can tell in the Secret Sim Studios, we're not very good at math.
Right.
We're good at talking. We're good at bitching. We're good at complaining. We're good at laughing.
But we are better at editing.
We're better at editing.
So no one will know that. So that's 12.5 years of photographs compiled together with this weird ambient soundtrack behind it, and you just literally watch this man pose every day with the same expression on his face.
Same expression.
4,500 photographs. It's amazing, though. It's only about 8 minutes of footage, but it drags on forever. Anyhow, what a narcissist to think that people are going to focus, 7 or 8 minutes of their lives looking at one person's face. Like, we want to be involved with their lives so much. But anyway, keep tuning in to our show. And yeah, go ahead. And what were your thoughts on that?
Remember that movie Paranormal Activity? Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
The music in that, it kind of had that same
you get that feel to it.
I think if it would have had a more upbeat to it, you know what I mean? And maybe he was smiling in it. I think, but I don't know. There was kind of a darkness, just a weird. Like I said, I could see like 2 minutes of it, maybe even 3 minutes, but 7 minutes, really?
I know it's.
I can get a pizza in 7 minutes.
Anyway, you did catch that little joke I tried to throw in there, right, Marin?
Where? I don't.
You didn't catch that?
I don't know if I did.
We're commenting on the narcissism of this guy. Everybody focusing on his life, and then I brought back our show, and everybody tuning in to an hour of us programming, talking about. Tune into our show too and listen to us talk. See the contrast? That was kind of like an inside joke right there.
Yeah. Maybe the audience will get it. I don't know. Unless you cut that out too. I don't.
A joke isn't a joke if you have to explain it.
There's comedians that actually make a living off of that though.
Explaining jokes?
Yeah, they're called joke grenades. And they'll tell the joke and they'll be like, you see, it's funny because the woman was supposed to, and like the audience obviously knows that, but it's like their way of going, oh, okay. And they're pushing the boundaries that much further, And so
they're blowing up the joke.
They're explaining it just like if it wasn't funny enough, or if the audience doesn't laugh, then they'll go into explaining it, you know what I mean? And so, inside, I'm just a fucking idiot like you guys.
He drags them in and throws them under the bus with himself.
He's the one who did that. He was doing that I Am Comic, the one they showed most of the footage of, where he's like, where he's smoking the joint.
Todd Glass?
You're going to edit that out. Yeah, Todd Glass, yeah. That's the guy.
He's very cool. I like Todd Glass.
Yeah, he's funny. He's really funny. That's one thing that I've been getting into lately, too, is watching comedians and stuff. So that I watched that.
You mentioned Bill Burr.
Another one I watched was Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, he's really good.
Oh, dude! And they have this dark, funny comedy that they do. It's called the Comedians of Comedy, and there's like 4 of them. They travel around. Anyway, in this video
they made being a nerd cool.
Yeah. And they're really good. They're really good.
I like Brian Posehn, the big tall guy.
Yeah,
he's cool too. And Zach's in it too, right? Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah, and then I watched another one of him too, like one of his early.
Of who?
Of Zach Galifianakis, where like he's on the piano.
It's not that old. That's Live at the Purple Onion.
And he's playing the piano, but no, this was like way back.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, it was like he didn't even have a beard, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, he just looked so young. He's playing the piano. I don't know if it was the same, if he's carried that same bit on through the years, but this bit was like he's like playing this piano and he's just talking like just random shit,
right.
Someone needs to tune this piano, and then he's like, this song is for my ex-girlfriend who left me or such and such. And he starts playing a few notes, and then he's like, I want my records back. And then he continues to keep playing. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's really funny. It has that dark comedy to it,
Top 4 comedians, Marin.
At this moment right now, I'm thinking Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal was the last one I liked. And there's another one, Robert Richards.
I don't know.
I believe his name is. Black guy, really, really funny guy. He's like, be different. You gotta be different. When you go to a wedding and everybody's throwing rice, throw a fucking shoe. Just be different. So yeah, those are right now at this point. And you of all people know that I can change my mind at the spur of a fucking moment. And so yeah, at this moment right now, those are my top 4. And I like Patrice O'Neal because he's just he passed away a while back. Oh, that's it. Who else passed away this week?
Michael Clark Duncan.
So a shout out to you up in heaven, man. Hope you're looking down on us. Bless our podcast.
He was looking down on us his whole life.
So yeah, he was. And remember, we were talking about this a while back, not on air, but we're like, and I was telling you that he had. Go ahead.
Your father had mentioned to you that someone from the Green Mile had died.
Right.
And you said you were pretty sure that it was Michael Clark Duncan that he was referencing.
Well, I references that